So yeah, I did a little bit of math without thinking straight, and by popular vote, I'm rebuilding this, which means I'm gonna be stuck in my building cave for a couple weeks again. So yeah, I mean the title's completely serious. I got another large core, and we're building another ship. The exact same thing, except at the right scale. So yeah, basically, it's not a lot of people on right now, but if people watch the video later, it's built with 6x6 geometry, and I calculated everything out to figure out what geometry would be best, and 6x6 is what I landed on. However, the ship is too small to fit inside the medium AGG, which is like it's kind of like I want to be able to put an anti-grav in it. Without the anti-grav, the ship just looks pretty and it's not useful. So yeah, I mean it needs an anti-grav. And anyway, I now that I have the built version, I can see exactly how big it would be at a different geometry. And turns out at 8x8 geometry, I would only have to sacrifice half of the back antennas, and it would fit in the large core. So we would be using the entirety of the build volume, and then I would get quite a bit more volume inside to build with, and then also enough room to add more containers, and yeah, I'd have enough room to add more containers, and also the medium antigrav without compromising the interior space. I also worked a little bit on the interior off stream. It doesn't really matter anymore because it's all getting deleted, but I'll show you. It'll at least be some representation of the style that I want to go with. The doors are here. There's no force field, but there would have been. And then I have like the warp drive area, my little lobby. That's the thing, is like I'm getting like 50% more volume inside the ship because it's squared, right? Like it's 25% bigger, but so I get a squared amount of volume, which means that the interior becomes a lot larger. And that also means that it'll be more interesting. But yeah, this is what I had. This was just the maintenance room. And then up my stairs, and then I made like this area here with like a meeting table over the warp drive, things like that. Handrail. You know, I was kind of brainstorming what I wanted to do. Decided I wanted these to be windows instead of orange. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the walkthrough of the ship. That obviously it's not done. At this point, it never will be. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Maybe somebody will want to buy this version off of me or something. Maybe I can sell it for like 50 million and someone can have it. But yeah, but the 8x8 version is definitely happening. And yeah, I have quite a bit of the day off today, so that's what I'm going to be doing for a little bit. I'm not sure how long it'll take me. I'm hoping I can do it quite a bit faster. But we'll see, because I won't have to alt-tab back and forth between programs and things like that. So basically what I need now is the 8x8 set. I think this one is an 8x8. So yeah, I'm going to collect the 8x8 set and basically get the parts that I'm going to need. And I also need to queue up the voxel machines and get some more voxel. So I think I'm using pattern black aluminum. seriously. Okay, let's see what it is. Black pattern aluminum. Alright. Black pattern aluminum. Apply. Yeah, we're just gonna make like 20. Now let's do 15 to start with. Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. But such is life. I think it'll be worth it. I had a couple people that wanted to pre-order it, and I had to talk to them first. Like, what do you guys want? Because, like, it'd suck. Like, hey, I'm going to pre-order your ship for X millions of Quanta. And then for me just to say, oh, it's no longer available for pre-order because I'm rebuilding the whole thing. That would be a bit of a dick move, I think. I think I'm going to build on this side and mirror it. So I'm going to look at that side of the ship and then build this one on this side. I want to build my library, like, right here. Out of the way enough. I can make the Tetra. No need for me to grab that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then I'm not super familiar with the blocks here that he used. This is the pretty one. I definitely need that one, but it also has another part to it that I care about more. Not sure where it is. I wonder, did he ever, yeah, so I mean the Goliath is an 8x8 geometry. Does the Goliath even have that block? Yeah, man, I have to rebuild like the engine pods and everything. It's gonna be such a pain. Those engine pods took like the better part of 2 hours. I might be able to use the same engine pods and just make them longer. That's an option. I haven't really decided. I really like the engine pods, and I also like how the space engines fit. So I think I'll decide. Obviously, I have to build the shell of the ship before I put the engine pods on. And if those engine pods look like they'll work, then I'll use them instead of rebuilding. So rebuilding those is a pain, and I think that's a bit of an understatement. Now I have to, because like I got really good at my my multiplication tables for 6s. Now I have to get really good at multiplication tables for 8. All right. So 8x16 is what this specific Tetra set's going to be. And then I need the block to fix the front, which is in a different library. It moved. That one should do it. Yeah, so that's the nice looking Tetra. I wonder if I could fix the... There's also some pluses to doing this, is like I'm gonna fix a lot of mistakes that I made. Yeah, okay, I can't do that. That's okay, it doesn't matter. So I'll need this. And then I need the other part. Yeah, I might just have to rebuild the... This is half of it. I don't know where the other half is. It's not that. Not that, not that. Whatever. I will rebuild it. Two 8x8 blocks. And then this is a cut. Like so, I believe. Yeah, and of course that messes up. That's to be expected. We want the same thing on the bottom. And then now I need to fix that with, I think it is this block that I want. So I have the repair for this now. I didn't ever fix this block on the original ship. Lol, what did I do? Well, the geometry, like, the ship's perfect, it's great, but the, basically, I want to scale it up. I have that option. It turns out that my math was a little bit off, and that it will fit in the large core with an 8x8 geometry. So, I'm going to do it. Basically is what happens. Ew. I think I'll take it. Man, I wish I could see what my block looked like. That would be nice. That's somewhat annoying. I think that's right. Nope. I mean, I think I'm gonna keep that one around. Dude, I can't even see what I'm building because that bug with the build zone. I'll just take this up here and hopefully I'll be able to see. I mean, you can come right now and look at it if you want. There's a surrogate pod nearby called Zenith Spaceport. And this area is just 10 kilometers away. But I mean, the one I'm working on is going to be, I mean, it's going to be identical. The only difference is that it's going to be 25% larger. I have to fix this. I have no idea what block it is. This bug drives me insane. Oh, it's zombie. Hey, what's up? Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm scaling the ship. Because I can. Except because of this blue build zone bug, I can't get this block right. that's how it's supposed to be. I'll take it. But yeah, I mean, it sucks, but at the end of the day, I'll be able to sell the ship for probably double the price. Obviously, it's not all about selling the ship, but, you know, still. Yeah, I mean, I could just leave the ship. I mean, like, it's good. I could just leave it like this and just call it good and say I'm done, right? But then, like, you know, because I always have this problem with making pretty ships that aren't useful, and this ship is not useful other than sitting in a pretty landing pad. But if I can put an anti-grav in it and a bunch of containers, then all of a sudden it becomes useful. Right. Is that the... Man, how was this oriented? I have an issue with confusing myself constantly. I think this was the right piece that I needed to fix the little hole. Clearly it's not. Okay, I got it. I got it. And now I'm also doing my blocks perfectly. Last time my blocks weren't perfect, and that resulted in warps like this. Obviously, a little bit of that was bugs too, but this time my blocks were going to be very good, hopefully, and I might even get away with very few errors with the ship. That would be really nice. So I'm gonna learn from I'm gonna take the things I learned from that ship and apply it again, and hopefully have something even better. Obviously, that's a bit optimistic, I guess, but. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine by 8. So that's 8 by 8. Once again, I'm doing my lightning slopes. Yeah, my biggest hope is I can get away with not editing the engine pods. I want to keep the same engine pods because they were really hard to build, and they look really nice. And I'm not sure if the voxel bug is fixed, but I used a technique that was bugged yesterday to build those. So one, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 by 8, 16 by 9. There we go. And then I need a half version of this. Which is 8 by 4. Did I actually count that wrong? Yeah, I did. 8. Alright, yeah, so those are the starter blocks that I need for the ship. Trying to think if there was anything else that was special. These are somewhat special blocks, I think, but they're also really easy to build. This is a half slope, so yeah, I'll need that too. So it's just a 4 by 8 slope, right? Yep. And what else did I have? Then I have the tetras that fit on the end. I think those are just 4 by 4 tetras in this case. Yep. Yeah, see, that's another thing about 8 by 8 is that Dual Universe likes 8 by 8. Yeah, Dual Universe is 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 4 by 4, 8 by 8. So 6 by 6 is kind of an odd area in that. I also have to figure out how I'm going to do this pretty pulsar thing, because the sphere will be bigger, but I mean, I could just make the sphere the same size. I have a little bit of freedom there. And so yeah, I need to make this block also. That was, so I used a 16 by 16 block, I think. One, two, three. I cut the sphere in it, and then I cut off 7, 8. My 8 by 8 sphere I probably use the same pieces for the grid on the side. I don't have a reason that I would need to change that. Let's just make them a little bit higher. This is all the same. Text will be the same. And then I don't see any other blocks that I haven't made. These are just a little bit more complicated version of the wedges. I think it was this one. It's a bit of a weird one. I think it's just... I have to remember. Yeah, I think it's just 4 or 3x3 wedges slapped together. Yeah. Yeah, that's just 3x3 wedges, which I have already. Okay, so we're good. I'm gonna bring the core closer. I hate not being able to look straight up. Oh, that's not even remotely level. Yeah, so this time, instead of starting on this one, I started it in the middle of the build zone, so there's this much left in the front. We're starting at the very tip of the build zone. Like, literally touching the build zone. Because I need all the space that I can get if I want to have a chance at fitting an antenna on the back. It's almost like it was meant to be 8x8 geometry. So that's a 1/2. Yeah, so I also don't have to alt tab between Empyrion and DU, which makes this a hell of a lot easier. So yeah, that's the idea, and I think it's 2 of these. We will start them up a little bit. So the first block is being placed on the exact same ship that I've been building for the last month, except a little bit bigger. Gotta love it. However, this time I kind of know what I'm doing, so. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing by putting that such a long flight away. Oh, and also, I'm only going to build one side of the ship. That's something else, like an optimization to make this process faster. I'm only going to build so in this case it's going to be the left side of the ship, and then I'm actually going to flip it around. So my next step will be just mirroring the whole ship onto the other side. I did determine that I can do that without warping a single block, and it should save a substantial portion of the time, because as you guys know, I was always going back and forth. Place a block here, I go over there. Make sure, so we have one there, one there. Yeah, so, and I mean, that was a massive waste of time. Time that I don't have Been telling people like, oh, this ship will be done soon. You know, you'll be able to get one. And now I'm starting over. I think it'll be worth it though. At the end of the day. There's also kind of a weird thing that I have to do is like I can measure this top section, but then I have to do math. So like I know it starts there, and then I have to measure how long this is. So 96 blocks, right? And then I have to do kind of this process. Some of these you can do in your head, right? But like 96 divided by 6 is 16, and then 16 times 8 is 128. So that's how big this section is on the new ship. It's 128 instead of 96. But I mean, you can already see just how much bigger 25% is. I guess you could also multiply the block count by 0.25. Let me try that real quick. I want to see if that works. 96 times 0.25. So 96 plus 24. No, it's not quite right. Okay, it's not quite 25%. $128. Yeah, I'm starting to feel your pain, man. Like, most of the time my ships are like one sitting builds, but like this thing, like yeah, it's kind of like, dude, it got old halfway through that one. So, yeah, I definitely feel that. Trust me, I think a lot of people do on big builds like this. This one's just so tedious, like, it's ridiculous. I just have to keep telling myself for the next however many weeks this takes me. It's worth it. Oh, also this block is bidirectional now, so I can just flip it on whichever side. Did you just do that for me? You are a legend. Well, maybe 1.333, right? Yeah, 128. Yeah. Thank you, man. That is going to save me some time. So, yeah, props to you for figuring that one out for me. Much appreciated. Yeah, I have like my graphing calculator in front of me just so I can, instead of having to alt tab for like the calculator, I just have like my school calculator. I want to have this ship done by the weekend. That might be a bit of a ridiculous goal. How is it? I feel like I don't want to build anymore. I just want to have this. I want to. Oh, I just almost did the other side. I just want to fly the ship and call it good. But 245s. Yeah, huge thanks for that, dude. That's just 1/3. Okay, so that means it's 33% bigger. Interesting. That's substantial. Thing's gonna be a beast. So for all the people who have tuned in, who saw the first version of this ship, who watched diligently as I built the first version, we're doing it again. Except this time, I halfway know what I'm doing. Maybe once I get to parts I did more recently, I'll have memorized like what I was supposed to do. Oh, that's kind of a pain. So that ends right there. So one tick in, yeah, okay, that's good. And then it has and I think it goes to here. And then that's the end. So is it 2 blocks out? So this is 16. So that's 2 from the wedge. So it's also 2 from the edge. I'm just going to point out how much better this looks. We have like that little thing, but that's so easy to fix. Like this is really, really clean. I spent a lot of time repairing this one already, and it's not nearly as clean. So, I might actually end up saving time because my blocks are better. Alright, anyway, I think that this is how it's supposed to be. 16 blocks. Let's try using pace dominance for that. Sweet. And then the same thing here. Make sure it worked. Yeah, that's really nice. That's actually really good. Hey, it took me like 30 or 40 minutes to build just this front section last time. And I've only been building on it for like probably 15 minutes. So, yeah. There's a bit of a wave there. Meh. That's a 45. How long does it do 45 for? Alright, so I'm going to use your trick again. Reagan. So it's 54. So 54 times 1.33333. So 72 blocks. I could also just divide it by 6 and then I would know the Anyway, I need to paste this 9 times. Wrong one. Think before you act. Alright. That's a little bit better. 2, hello. 3. No. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Let me make sure. There should be 72 blocks. 72, alright. I'm starting to realize the tasks that I have in front of me. It is kind of huge. Oh, here it is. I'll get used to this set sooner or later. Yeah, we always sell anti-grav ships. You want some? We got more than we know what to do with. The heck? What'd you do, zombie? What am I messing this up? This is not right. I don't know what I'm doing. See, I am getting confused so fast. Oh no, yeah, that was good. You have it hotkeyed for equations? My man. That's funny. I do have that problem though, like if I'm writing like a lab report for a class or something, like I have to like go find my ohm symbol on Google or something. And it's a little bit of a pain sometimes. But yeah, I might have to take you up on that offer to help me on this thing. Except it's going to be copy pasting blocks. You would buy the one in my video. Which video? The flatbed? The white one in the anti-grav video? I don't think there's one here at the moment, but 25 million, bring your parts. 60 million, we'll place it for you and give you the token. I'll do it next. Yeah, just let me know if you want it or whatever. So it just has a flat piece and then a slope. And then another slope. Yeah, and then also the spaceport, converting that over, we need to talk about that too. I definitely agree with you. But I did not know it was that much. Might take me a day or two. Yeah, it's a little pricey, honestly. But it's also anti-grav, so... But I guess the anti-gravs are a little cheaper now, but either way. Was it the back one that was longer, or the front one? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, it's the back one that was longer. We are probably making a V2 though, and the V1 price will drop when the V2 comes out. And I'm not sure what that'll drop to, but it probably will. I guess it's my responsibility to figure it out, right? And then after that block, it's a... Yeah, so there's a 6x6 panel on that. What happened there? That's a... Q5 class. Alright, see ya, man. Don't die. See, that breaks. So if I just need to get like an 8x8 string. Just for copy pasting. One, two, 6. I can't fix that, have the block. But okay. I think that's correct. Yeah, so that's that part that I just did. And then there's... It's a big flat on the bottom. I'm not sure what this is. Regular tetra, fat tetra, regular tetra, wedge. It's underneath I think it was like that. Mindlessly building. How to make money in Dual Universe. Step 1. Build a cool ship. We all know what that's going to do. And then there was another Tetra. So that had an 8x8 drop on the bottom. And then 2 fat Tetras off of it. Alright, and off that fat Tetra is 2 45s. Two 45s is thin Tetra, fat Tetra, thin Tetra, fat Tetra, thin Tetra. So starting from the edge, there's 1, 2, looks like 3, could be 4. So 1, 2, 3, that should be the middle. It is. Okay, cool. And then it has what looks to be a 45, but we'll fill in the fat Tetra first. What's up, Caleb? I'm enjoying my morning off is what's happening. By fixing mistakes. So yeah, to give you the rundown for the people that don't know. So the beautiful ship I built is at a 6x6 geometry scale for the blocks, which makes it just a little bit too small to fit a medium anti-grav in, which means that I'm going to try to scale it up to 8x8 geometry. On my graph paper I did the math a little bit wrong, and turned out that the ship was a little bit longer than a large core. Actually 33% bigger, as Regan kindly found out. Yeah, so it's going to be just a identical but bigger version of this thing. And it'll have enough interior space for me to fit the anti-grav. And people will be happy. And I won't get shamed for making useless ships. How far is that? 30 blocks. Five, 45. think. That's just 40, okay. This guy's gonna figure out all my blocks for me, I think. Math is something I do in the afternoon. That's obnoxious. So 45. Did I have the 40? Yeah, okay, I have the 45. That's a half slope, I think. Oh, this is a bit of a weird block right here. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird block. I'm gonna have to make that specifically, I think. Yeah, so it's a half slope, but it's flat. Flat, and then half slope. That better line up. It does, good. Yeah, so the part that is this thing is, it's 2x2, but it's like half of the 2x2 pieces. It's like that, I think. And there's two of them, one at the top. Oh, yeah, okay. I hope I can make that. The thing that comes... Okay, let me try this. Let me see if this works. Okay, good, it fixes it. Okay, problem solved. These make no sense. Is there something wrong with this? Oh, okay, it's there. I might have used the wrong. This might be the thicker version. I don't think it is, but it might be. I think this piece is the one that corresponds to it. 8 by 8. Yeah, and of course it comes out warped too. Alright, good. And then I just have those errors to fix, which are easy enough. Obviously, there was to be a couple errors, but that's definitely not the end of the world. So that's going to be half. And it was cut by 1? Is that what happened? Yeah, so that's 1 block smaller. So it's there, but it's actually there. And then this is on the edge, but it's inset 1. That should be that. And naturally, these should line up. I think they do. Yep, good. And then the whole bottom of that is flat. Back is also flat. If I remember right, I think it was like that. Looks like it. And then paste priority was employed here. I should do that in orange. Because I can, right? Yeah, that's halfway cool. So I would probably want to do the same thing here. I'm gonna fix this though. Since I'm doing an inlay, I have to make sure it actually looks good. Helps that I know the color scheme ahead of time. I built the other one, I had no idea what colors I was gonna do. I need to find some music I can play without getting a copyright strike. Would you guys like music in the background of these things, or is that more annoying? I don't talk very often, so. You're building a what? A ship? I mean, it's a ship. Yeah, this is a ship. If that's what you're asking. It's that ship, just bigger. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm just as upset as everybody. More upset than everybody else. Mostly with myself. It will be worth, though, at least I think. It'll be worth it for me. So, yeah, I'll explain it again. I should have put like it in the description or something. So half the people have heard. Okay, so basically I built this ship here with 6x6 geometry. And it's too small to fit a medium anti-grav. And it turns out that only with the sacrifice of the antennas, I could actually build it with 8x8 geometry, which means I can make a 33% bigger version of this ship in the same core, and I'll also be able to put an anti-grav in it. Most people that want this build are interested in anti-grav, so we're gonna put an anti-grav in it, and the ship will be worth more because of that. And also it'll be bigger, thus cooler. So yeah, that's why I'm rebuilding it. I'm rebuilding the entire thing so I can fit an anti-grav in. Which, dare I say, it sucks a little bit. May the force be with me. I'm gonna need it, dude. It'll be better, also because I learned from some mistakes I made with this one, and I can make this one. I can make this one nicer. I'm also using better blocks instead of warped blocks. So some of the unfixable warps won't even exist in this version, so I think that's probably a pretty big plus. I mean, at least for me. Yeah, more content too. I would rather build a different Empyrean ship. Is what I'd rather do. If I was doing it for content, I would have just built another ship. But I'm also doing it for. I mean, it's a better financial decision to rebuild it first of all, because the ship will be worth more, and also because that's what people want. So. And I'm sick of my reputation as a person who builds cool looking ships that don't work well. So we're gonna build a ship that works really well, and then they're gonna nerf the anti-grav, and what I just said is gonna be false. You'd think I would have done it right the first time, but the antennas were part of the build, and I wanted the antennas. And I didn't realize it was just the antennas that would have had to go. Alright, where's Mr. Mathman? It's 78 blocks. $104. Thank you, Caleb. $16 by $104. I think this has to come out. Yep. All right. Well, I like to build my decorations. There will definitely be decorative elements, but like these are the antennas that I was talking about. Was my pretty voxel antennas that come out the back. The large core. If I scaled the ship up and put the nose exactly on the build zone, the large core build area ends about here. So about where I'm pointing is where the large core build area would end. So I will be using the entirety of the large core build area and sacrificing a little bit of that ending piece and then the antennas. And I think that's worth it, so that's what we're doing. One small tip I've found: I like building a foot away from the build area below the ship so you don't have to jump to enter build mode. Also helps with being able to move the construct and keep it level. Yeah, I know. $72. Can I beat Caleb? 96 blocks. And it's coming off the top one. $8 by 96. It's pretty dang flat. That's supposed to fit together. Working on some other math. Yeah, I probably need to do that too. Your section's an hour ahead of mine. So I can be lazy for an extra hour. That's nice. That's so much nicer than the other one right there. Like, the other one just has so much problems. Like, yeah, sweet. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I agree with you. Not... No, that's not right. I think it was like that. Oh, it's off the bottom one? Oh, yeah, I mean, okay, that's good. That's good. And then the bottom piece is 36 blocks. $47, I think. And then on the 47th, yeah, I think that's 47, and then there's the wedge again. Okay, let's make sure. It would really suck to mess up. So that's 48 blocks. This is 36 blocks. 36 times 1 1/3 is 48. Sweet. Yeah, that's kind of weird, the wedge there. I don't like that a lot, but... Yep, so underneath this triangle, there is a wedge, like so. It warps the same way, too. This game is so predictable. And then... how is that? Comes off the top and... it's like this, I think. Does it touch the edge? Oh, wait. I'm not going to do that until I finish this side piece. Be a bad idea. Looks like that, and then it has the 245. Alright, so now look at that. Oh, it messed up there, of course it did. That's how it's supposed to be. Good. And then this exact same thing on the other side. Except one more fat wedge. Or one more regular wedge, sorry. Start with this one. We're making good progress. It might take me less than 12 hours. I think that was solid. Yeah, it is. That will break things. Yeah, it's not just a little bit bigger, it's like a lot bigger. Look at the size difference. That's insane. I hope I get to the back and it actually fits. Because it would be very sad if I built all of this, got to the back, and like that it was actually I couldn't build it. That would be embarrassing and sad. Time for the cool block. Basically, I need spheres. I wonder if I can copy that. Ta-da! This is an interesting section. So there's a big tetra at the bottom. And it's I think it was like that. Yeah. And then off of that tetra was this is this piece, I think. This one. Not like that. Wait, am I thinking of this wrong? No, that's actually, I think that's actually the smaller piece. Okay, it's hard to tell which is what. I guess I could color them, but I kind of want to keep the other strip nice. Just in case this one doesn't work out. And then it's another tetra at the bottom. That appears to be a thin tetra. That's not right, I don't think. Or is it? 45 isn't fitting off of that in any manner of the imagination. Go on this side and see if I can match it up. What is that? Maybe it's the bigger tetra? I don't think it would fit, but does it fit? Maybe it does. Yeah, right, I mean it fits like that. Or is it just supposed to be like that? Yeah, there's something here. Oh. That's why I was confused. Wow. It all makes sense. It's actually two pieces. What time is it? Not bad. Like that. Yes. And this is, that looks like 2 blocks. Let me make sure. Could be 3. 18. Yeah, that's 3 blocks. So then I can just grab 3 of these. Let's take a measurement. Make sure I'm on track. That is 102 blocks. $136. $136. All right, we're doing a good job. Sweet. I'll take a drink of water. All right. Short break, time to get back to work. So yeah, I've built basically to here. It's already looking like the ship. And it's been an hour and 30 minutes I've been streaming. Not bad. Maybe it won't take an eternity. I guess I should probably start on the bottom now. So that's a half slope and a half. Just built my mining sort of based on your guys' flatbed, kind of. It's a low budget ripoff, but I still love your work. We saw a what looked like something that resembled a flatbed at the market the other day. I think the guys called it a Wish.com flatbed, as in like a knockoff. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if it was yours, it might have been. That's one block from that. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. That's a slope for a while, it looks like. There. Or is there one more even? Yeah, it's one more. Nice. Hey, as long as it isn't an identical replica and you don't make anyone mad. It's like there's a difference between like making a similar ship versus taking screenshots of the YouTube video perfectly and then trying to knock the ship off based off that, but I think we definitely prefer the least invasive of those. Should I do it in orange? That's a no-brainer. Definitely not a replica. Nice. think it was like that. Hold shift. Yeah, I was worried that would happen. Yeah, well, we're gonna go back to gray. Whatever, it's okay. Can't put orange everywhere you want to. That's ugly. You know what? I might just cut this bottom section because that doesn't look good. It makes a lot of problems, and those are not problems I can fix easily. So I think I'm gonna, this bottom area where the adjusters are, I think I'm gonna delete that on this version. Just I think it'll look a little bit cleaner. I need 45s. Never mind, not ready for 45s. But anyway, this whole thing would be flat then. That's how it would be. There we go. It's just cleaner on the bottom, and there's also more room for vertical boosters, which is a plus because we can never get enough of those. On the back is, oh, that's cool. I think that's the only use of a sideways 2x1 Tetra on the entire ship. I mean, I could add like a ridge to the bottom or something, but that's way cleaner than that. This just looks ugly. Kind of like I smashed it with a hanger. A hammer? A hanger. With a hammer. probably want to continue this saga. That's 4 slopes, I think. Why is that orange? Also, why did that one not work? Hold it, what? Server's lagging. Oh, I duplicated that. That was cool. Now it worked. That's strange. I mean, we want it to work, so... okay. Yeah, that comes out to here. And then there's Tetra off of it. Is it 2? That's the question? I don't think so. I remember having a little bit of trouble with this, trying to figure out how that worked. It's underneath that. If I remember right, it was like this. This is in line with that seam. I think so, and I think that the same block. And I think that we have a block just at the bottom to cover that hole. I think that's how it was. I'm gonna place this block in, and then I definitely need to take a measurement and make sure that I'm going on the right track so far. I think it was like that, and then it was flat along the bottom for, let's find out. $66 blocks, which is 11 times 8, 88. Pretty big hammer to do that. Oh, come on. You insulting my beautiful design. Pretty big hammer. Causes a lot of damage. And then that is how many? So we have 48. And that's out of 45? Yes. That was close. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's How many is that? 48. 8 blocks. $64. Can I be lazy here? No, we won't be lazy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 7, 8. That's huge. I hope it fits. It's so much bigger. Like, the ship is so much bigger. It makes this thing look like a medium core. I think it's 404. At least that's what the design was. Let's call it 374. $498. It'll fit. It'll definitely fit. Because I believe this build zone is 512 blocks. I guess we can check that. Just to be certain. $511. Yeah, so it'll fit with like 13 blocks to spare. Nice. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna look at something real life, and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. What to do now? Oh yeah, I guess I can finish that slope. Yeah, I mean, I was like, by the time I got to like where I am right now, I was like a couple days in. So at the last build took a long time. Definitely a little bit faster now that I have a little bit of practice and I have the ship in front of me that I can copy. I think this is 11 blocks. Just try and memorize what I did. Obviously, we're gonna check. Yeah, 66, so 88. Okay, that lined up. Very good. And then there's 45 slope at the end. And there's also 45s coming off of that, which I've done. And then this has another flat section for the extent of the 45s. Moving right along. Done a lot of the hard part already. Obviously these are the hardest probably. These, actually I think that when I built it, this was the hardest section. This was really confusing. Like everything kind of jammed together and like I got so lost so fast. I think now I can do the top though. So that's, I'm gonna do a 6x6 this time. I'm gonna take the middle of this. Like that. And then it will be offset here. Trying to figure out how I want my greebles. Like so, right? And then this is going to be 8x8. And then a 45 will fit, I think. And it'll be a full 45. I might as well go ahead and color these two. Save a little bit of time on at the end of the day. Yeah, so it's like that, and then I inlaid this one with orange. Oh, but it's silver. Can I change the color one at a time? Will that work? Yeah, so this is here to there silver. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I can be lazy. I like to be lazy. Haha. Alright, yeah, so that's the thing. I think. and that gets pasted 3 times. Can I go ahead and do the 4th one? Yeah, the 4th one. Yeah, I'll paste it and then work on it. So now this one is a little bit more fun. We double this length. So we have 2 of these. Like so. Wow, it already looks like the inside of already looks like it. Yeah, I never inlaid those. They probably don't need to be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually cancel the inlay. Because I want to use it as a window. But this time I'm gonna make the seam look good. Oops. Yeah, so I'm gonna take slopes like that. Right. Okay, and then for the this piece, so that is using this one. I think like that. Oh, I need this differently. I believe it's like that. Nailed it. No, I done goofed. Yeah, alright, so then that gets pasted 4 times. Actually, 3. Or does it end there? Yes. No, I didn't copy this. Fail. I literally did that twice in a row. Ta-da! That's pretty, and it didn't take long. Man, like, I'm starting to get the sense of just how much more massive this is. Like, that's not a little bit bigger. It's huge. The interior of this is so much bigger. That's incredible. It's only like 30% too. So, yeah. It's measurement time. $61. Wait, what? It must be 60, certainly. 60, so that's 10, so 80. Well, I managed to get quite a bit done in 2 hours, but I think I'm probably going to end it off because I have class to go to pretty soon. So, yep. I'm sorry that we're doing the same thing, basically, as the last videos. I'll probably do most of it off stream because it's kind of boring, even for me. So, that'll be a thing. And I appreciate everybody who has tuned in once again. And for your condolences as I mess up the ship. So, yeah, that's going to require a special block. That's okay. Yep, so all that being said, I'll be seeing you guys later. I'll probably be streaming again. Probably, I might, I don't know, probably not tonight. I'm probably going to do, like I said, I'll probably do a lot of this off stream unless you guys really want to see it, but what's the fun in seeing the same thing? So, yep, adios.